You are hosting for the Boxing Voice. I'm delighted to be here with Steve USSR Robinson. How are you, Steve?
Good, yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm familiar with your backstory, but some of my American viewers, we're a mostly American audience here at the Boxing Voice, they might get a bit agitated when they hear USSR. Can you just tell us the background behind your nickname?
Yeah, so we would always go whenever we went travelling with the pros. People would come up to us and go, "Wow, it's Ivan Drago! Wow, it's Ivan Drago!" And and whenever we went anywhere, it was always, "Oh, you're Ivan Drago, you're Dolph London." When we turned pro, I'd originally signed with MTK, and MTK loved the gimmick, and they said, "Listen, we want to use this gimmick, we want to use the whole Drago thing, we want to use the USSR thing, and keep pushing it forward." And obviously, off the back of MTK, I signed with Sky, and Sky loved it as well. And they're really pushing it. And some people say it's controversial, but listen, we're in a world where everything's controversial, and you can't say this, you can't say that, but it works, it goes well. There's nothing about it that's controversial. It's a name. It's a you still see Rocky 4 now playing on TV. It's just been re-released in cinema, so it's a good gimmick to have, and it works well.
I mean, I love it. I mean, Drago, he is one of those sort of arch supervillains of cinematic history, so why not? I meant to ask Adam if he can get in touch with Sky's costume department and get you a replica Soviet military uniform. I mean, the shtick is brilliant, but you're more than a gimmick. You actually have a pretty good amateur pedigree. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I got into boxing. I walked into a gym February 2014 off the back of a football injury in Hong Kong. Played. I actually was signed with Chicago in 2010 when I was 19. Signed for Hong Kong 2012. Stayed there for a year and a half. Had a nasty injury. Got sent home and I piled on the weight. February 2014, walked to the gym, 133 kilo. Said to Mark, who's still my boxing coach to this day, I want to lose some weight, what's the best thing to do? He said, "Come to the boxing class." I did, and I've never looked back. July 2014, I had my first pro fight, my first amateur fight. 44 fights later, an ABA final, a title, competed for my country. I got a shocking position in the ABA final against GB number 2 seed. Decided I was going to turn pro off the back of that. That was in July 2019. Turned pro, had 3 back-to-back, had one in September, one in December, one March the 1st, 2020 then. Obviously COVID hit, and February last year, I'd give up boxing. My mind was all over. I'd been told this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Promised the world, promised fights, and everything. Just nothing was working. But I've got an unbelievable team behind us, a fantastic team, great sponsorships. They believe in us, and it was sort of just keep pushing on. Something will come. Then July 2021, I got an amazing phone call off Sky to say, "Listen, we want to sign you. You've finished your 3 fights with MTK. Would you like to come over?" And it was the best thing I've done. There's nothing bigger than Sky Sports in boxer at the minute. And fortunately, I'm in a very good position now, and it's now looking forward and just get on this steam train and just keep pushing forward and see where we can go.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of young fighters have given up because the nature of this sport means you need medical assistance on hand, so there can't be as many shows, which means a lot of fighters aren't getting those fights. So, but you got a great deal here. Are you signed with Boxer?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're your promotional
group. Signed with Boxer. So it wasn't like I say. It was a fantastic opportunity. When I got the phone call in July, it was a no-brainer what to do.
And have they mapped out any particular plan in terms of activity or path, that sort of thing?
Be as active as I can. Obviously, I've got this. I'm not looking past this fight. I've got a tough opponent in Shane Gill. Get this one out of the way, and then ideally boxing March. Touch wood, nothing happens. Boxing March, boxing June. We've said we want 6 by the end of the year. Get the 6 out, take us to 10-0, and then look to get a title. the start of next year. But I say, you know, I'm not rushing. Well, not literally rushing. But I just, you know, I just want to get to where I can get to, because everything that's happening is surreal and everything's amazing, and I appreciate everything that's happening, and it's just all, you know, it's all happened so quick, and I'm just happy with the journey, happy with the ride that boxing I've got us on.
Okay, absolutely. Do you think you'll go the traditional route? Would you have your eye on the English title maybe? I know you've sparred with guys like Fabio, Nathan Gorman.
I sparred Joshua, and I'm constantly in the Huey Fury camp. I'm there three days a week, sparring with the likes of Huey Fury and Cash Ali, and you know, Huey in my opinion is going to be a future world champion. So to spar with people like that's only going to bring me on. And you know, once Sky and Boxer are putting a lot of time and money into people, and just like Matchroom has with Babbage and Wardley, and they'll have a route for us, they'll have a path for us. You know, call the matchmaker, I'll matchmake us to my, you know, to the right way. At the end of the day, boxing is a sport, but it's also a business, and we're not ignorant of that. We realise that Sky are putting a lot of time and money, so they're going to guide me the right way. And if it's a European, if it's an interim title, or if it's the English, then that's up to them what they want to do with us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, long term, I asked Adam about this. Dream's got to be St James's Park. I mean, maybe first Newcastle get to the Champions League final, bit of that Saudi money should help the team. But eventually, 4 or 5 years from now, it's got to be a dream, yeah? Fight at St James's Park.
I mean, listen, they're already talking about Clarissa and Savannah to happen in June. There's no reason why that can't be at St James's Park. Newcastle's already exceeding all expectations in sport. You know, we've got we've got Olympians, we've got Callum French, we've got Pat and Luke McCormack, you know, we've got Hodgkinson who's just saying, we've got April, we've got Georgia O'Connor, but we've got males and females that have left the GB, they've turned pro now, and Newcastle's just on the rise in sport, and you know, there was no reason why we couldn't sell out St James's Park with that Clarissa and Savannah fight. There's no reason whatsoever, and you know, to have that there in June would be unbelievable, and it's definitely something that Sky should look into, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's great that Boxer and I think Pro Bellin are investing in some of these other towns. I think someone like Joe Gallagher mentioned it, that sometimes some of these northern cities, fighters from there or sportsmen from there, they get forgotten about if they're, you know, if you're not from the sort of southeast heartland, if you like, where all the media and most of the money is, if you like.
It's definitely true. I mean, Newcastle's being looked past in all sports, not just boxing, but gets looked past in football as well. I mean, you just have to look at when we become the richest club. Everybody didn't want that to happen. Everybody, the likes of Tottenham and Liverpool and Man City of all teams were sending things into the Premiership, trying to get with, you know, banned. You know, shouldn't have these Saudis in, the Saudis. But these same people who were sending they'll be going to Qatar to watch the World Cup. These same people that were sending things in, saying Saudi politics shouldn't be in, you know, in UK sport, they'll still be going to Qatar and spending money to go and watch the World Cup and going and video in the World Cup. So, you know, it's nobody wants to see Newcastle doing well, but in football, in boxing, it's our time to shine, and we're such a proud city, a very, very proud city. All the North East, not just Newcastle, Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Hartlepool, Dolla, you know, we've got the likes of Troy Williams, Savannah, and what have you, you know. Simon Vallili's obviously was a big name in the sport, like I say, all the Olympians that are just turning now. We're only on the rise. We really are on the rise. It's our time to shine now and show what we're about.
Very, very exciting times for the North East. Personally, I've always had a soft spot for Newcastle. I'm a Tottenham fan, and a couple of my childhood heroes, Paul Gascoigne and Missy Waddle. So I've always had a soft spot for them. Yeah, Ginola. Newcastle have been a bit of a feeder club for our most talented players.
Yeah.
So, and I would love to go to a big show in Newcastle.
So Kieran Trippier does it forward.
Absolutely. Anything you want to add, Steve?
Just a massive thank you to everybody, to yourselves and to everybody who's following the journey, because without you it wouldn't be possible, without, you know, you getting built up from podcasting, from YouTube channels. None of this would be possible, you know. And I appreciate time with everyone because, as I said earlier, I'm just a normal kid. When people are asking for photos and autographs and wanting to spend time with me, it's just everything that's happening is just surreal. It's amazing, and I'm enjoying the ride because it's something, you know, 6 years ago I would have never expected to be doing, and I appreciate every little bit of time that's given to me, and all I can do is offer it back. And as I say, it's a big thank you to yourselves and to everybody who's on the journey with us.
Pleasure's mine. Just to finish then, can you look at the camera and in your best Russian accent, give us an Ivan Drago line?
I'm
Steve Robinson, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.